Hey Mary, welcome back to another episode of our Outer Wilds Let's Play. And as I kind of mentioned last time, today's episode I think is going to be very, very exciting. I've been waiting to do this episode for quite a while. I'm like really, really excited. And as I also mentioned, we're going to be beginning our journey by examining the comet, the Interloper, the one that we've been kind of seeing in the background for a while now. But before we get to that, we can just quickly do a little recap from all that we learned last time. So, last time, we mostly focused on, where is it? The Ash Twin Towers, yes. So we had learned about the Ash Twin warp towers in the high energy lab, and we kind of used them to get around a little bit. In particular, we found our way to the sun station, which thank God we didn't have to manually land on it. Although, it is technically possible, and I've done it before because you need to for an achievement. It's hell, and it takes a very, very long time. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. On the sun station, we found out that its purpose was to make the sun go supernova. It's from what we know right now, it's very likely that they needed the energy from the supernova to power the 22-minute negative time interval that they had been asking for. So we're gonna find out more about why they needed it, but regardless, the sun station did fail. They were unable to make the sun go supernova, which was kind of upsetting because it means that the supernova we've been experiencing up until this point is natural. It's not something we can stop. So, very disappointing. But, I mean, doesn't really put us in any worse of a situation considering we're still stuck in the time loop. Aside from that, we also, where is it? We went to the Black Hole Forge. Yeah, there we go. And we finally put a pin in the final location on Brittle Hollow, the one that we were unable to access when we had originally gone, or went there. And on the Black Hole Forge, we found out that the warp core that powers the Ash Twin project was a success and was installed. Hence why it's working now, I guess. We also found out that there is a warp tower on the Ash Twin designed to warp down into the core of the Ash Twin. So we know how to get down to the Ash Twin project now. Although I'm going to save that for a later episode. I'd love to go there now, but for suspense reasons, I think it'd be better if we wait a bit. But we do know how to get down there at the very least, so that's super cool. At the end of the episode, we kind of just cleaned up the missing entries in the Lakebed Cave. We didn't really learn anything there. And we also went to the Gravity Cannon, where we learned more about the comet, the Interloper. More specifically, the strange energy readings that the Nomai were getting. And we actually found the shuttle that had been landed on the comet, as well as a skeleton of a Nomai inside, one that apparently never used the spacesuit aboard. So whatever's on the comet probably has some grave implications for the Nomai, and potentially for us as well, so we're going to have to stay on our toes. But for now, we can embark and see what the comet has to offer. I'm really excited, so I'll see you there. Okay, here we are at the Interloper. Now, because it's significantly less massive than most of the other objects in the solar system, we are going to have to be careful about where we land, since when it gets closer to the sun, it's very possible that our ship will just get launched. So I'm going to put it right in here, and maybe wedge it in between some of these like ice spike things. Okay, there we go. But, ooh, here we are. And actually, we're like skating around on the ice here. Oh man, there's Dark Bramble. I think that's the closest we've ever been to it. For now. Oh man. We have to be very, very careful here though. Because even jumping can deorbit us. So I'm gonna try to keep my feet on the ground here. And oh yeah, look at that. We can see some little snowflakes. That's cool. It's very, very quiet. It's kind of peaceful. And I don't see anything too scary yet. And yeah, look how fast we're going. Holy. And actually, if we zoom out, we can see just how elliptical the orbit of the Interloper is, and how close it gets to the sun. Oh man, that's gonna be freaky. But we can potentially use it to our advantage, as just like real comets, a lot of its composition seems to be ice. And when we get closer to the sun, it's very possible that the ice will melt and will open up some of the crevices that we've been hearing about. And once we're below the surface, we might be able to find a bit more. And actually, I can hear them. Yes, okay, I can hear it cracking now. Perfect timing. So we can jump down there. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. And I think we will be okay. I've seen like a couple of videos of the Interloper like crashing into the sun. We'll be fine, right? Right? Oh god, this is horrifying. Okay, I think we're okay. We seem to be in some like ice caves, and the ship also seems to be good. Thank god. Normally it gets like launched whenever I land here. Okay. Ice caves. We seem to only have one way down, and it's very hard to get my my traction here. And oh boy. Okay, hold on. We have some ghost matter. Actually, the music got kind of freaky too. So, alright, can't go down that way, and I imagine that's gonna be a running theme. We can go down this way though. But we can actually just walk over. Right, okay. Oh boy, it's gonna be one of these mazy types of areas where all of the passages except for one lead to death, I'm guessing. But we do actually have a record right here, so let's see what it says. I'm receiving much stronger energy readings now that we're beneath the crust. Whatever it is must lie somewhere below, closer to the comet's center, and I'm starting to think that it's more dangerous than we realized. Clary, can you hear us? Yes, but your voices are faint. I fear we will lose communication entirely if you continue any deeper. Keep the shuttle warm for us, Clary. We'll return the moment we identify the source of the energy readings. I understand, but be cautious, both of you. It's very interesting, since we know that the shuttle is definitely not kept warm. In fact, when we recalled it, it was completely covered in ice, and Clary, who was supposedly aboard, was dead. So, we're gonna have to be careful here. Luckily, we have our camera, so we can try each of these. Yeah, not that one. That'll kill us. Over here? Nope. This one. Oop. This one seems okay. Yes, okay. But there is like a hole right at the bottom, so we're gonna have to be careful. What about this one? No, okay. So it seems for now our main path will be to go through here. There is one back there, but for now let's head through this one. And thank God there's oxygen here too, jeez. Okay, here we go. Whoa. The worst part is once we've jumped, it's oh god, kind of hard to go back. Okay, nice. Okay, we made it. So I saw some ghost matter in here, I believe. Yeah, so unless there's like a hole or like a pocket or something, yeah, that's not happening. But oh boy, okay, there's definitely something interesting going on down there. We're just gonna have to find another way. Is there anything else in here? We might just have to go back the way that we came. Although actually, hold on, there's a like a little ledge up there. Oh, careful. And here we go. Right. Okay. Oh boy. I do want to move fast though, because I'm guessing there's probably not going to be that many more trees floating around. Oh boy. Okay. Come on, Colton. Come on. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Not that way. Not that way. Not that way. This way? Okay, this way. And, oh god. Where do I go? Here? Ooh. Okay. Oh my god, that was nerve-wracking. And this just leads... Oh, there's a body here. And it seems covered in the same crystals that we see typically around ghost matter. Hold on, before we go forward, I am just gonna go back and see. I'm guessing this hole is just death hole. Yep, okay. Let's just not even entertain that. We do have a crevice here. I'm very cautious. Oh fuck, okay, I'm falling. Okay, we're okay. And oh boy. We are in the core, and we have another body, so we know what happened to Poke and Pie. Oh boy. Let's see what this says. The spherical stone casing here seems to be the source of the energy readings. No, rather the source is what's within the stone. I'm detecting some form of exotic matter. The stone is muting our energy readings. They should be 10 times what we're seeing at least. Pi, I don't think we want this matter interacting with us. As far as I can tell, direct contact with it would almost certainly be fatal. I've never encountered anything like this casing, but it's all that's protecting us from what's inside. Worse still, this matter is disturbingly volatile. Pi, whatever the matter inside this stone casing is, it's more than just profoundly unstable. It's under tons of pressure. Look at this density scan. I've never seen anything this tightly compacted before. What is it? This is orders of magnitude worse than I'd imagined. If this stone were to rupture, the lethal matter would rapidly expand, completely blanketing the star system almost instantaneously. And the pressure is still building as the comet approaches the star system. Return to the shuttle right now. The rest of our friends need to know they're in terrible danger. Leave your equipment and run. What are you doing, Pi? The more we know about this alien matter, the better our chances of survival. I will learn what I can. Go warn the others. Maybe they can construct shelter somehow. Now, Poke! Okay, well... we know what happened to the Nomai. And I think the crystals on the corpses of the Nomai here are proof. The core here ruptured. It contained ghost matter. And the ghost matter instantaneously flooded the entire star system, just as they predicted, instantly killing all of the Nomai on any of the planets, anywhere in the solar system. Yeah. For now, I think we should just leave. And we can maybe realize the implications of this when we're safe ourselves. And, the issue is, how exactly do we get back? We had been suspecting that the Nomai had all died in some mass... Here we go. In some mass, like, cataclysmic event, but we now have confirmation of it. And, how upsetting, too, right? I can hear the sun approaching. I hope we don't fall into it. Right after their failure with the sun station, with them learning that the Ashwin project will have no power, it's almost like the universe was teasing them, throwing them this comet, knowing that they would be, driven by their curiosity to chase whatever it is, just for it to be essentially a ticking time bomb. I knew there was another way somewhere, but am I missing it? I've lost my way already. My mind's all kind of crazy. And we're running low on oxygen here, so we should probably move while we can. Uh-oh. It's not looking good. I think I'm about to suffocate. Ooh, boy. Yeah. Come on, Colton. I can make it. I can't make it. I just can't make it. Okay, I'm suffocating. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Okay. I suffocated. I died. But that's okay. I believe we mostly got everything we needed from the comet anyways. Or at least all of the important bits. Um, Again, though, this answers a lot of questions. In particular, why all the Nomai just to have appeared to have just dropped dead, and why some of them were just dead in their beds. It's because they all died essentially at the same time. Now, there is still one lingering question, which would be, we know that the Nomai had made contact with our species, or at least the pre-evolved version of our species, long, long ago. And it begs the question, why didn't we die? Or, I mean, the species that would evolve into us, why didn't they die? And that's because we had also learned from the mural that they were aquatic. And so, because they were probably mostly underwater, they'd have been unaffected by the flooding of the ghost matter. Or at least most of them would have been. And as we learned in the first episode, ghost matter does evaporate. So, that's why there's still some lingering pockets around. But still, the implications are very, very depressing. But we can't get hung up on that just yet, because we still have more to discover. In particular, I believe this episode will be a good time to finally tackle our fears and venture to the quantum moon. So, oh boy, I always get nervous around it, which is weird, right? I've played this game so many times. This is my favorite video game, but there's something about it that's just so unsettling. Okay, so if we view it through a camera, it should stay in place. And actually, before we do this, I want to show you what would happen if we had tried to land, or if we had tried to land on it before. Notice how, yeesh, the music stops. Notice how thick its atmosphere is. When we were, if we go through it, we technically lose sight of the planet, and it just disappears right out from underneath us. Very spooky. Very spooky. But, as I was just alluding to, we can keep it in place by keeping an eye on it with a camera. We just have to lead it back to Giant's Deep. If we spin around enough, it should pop up. If we spin around enough, it should pop up. No, please. Come back. There you are. Okay. And we do have a scout attachment in our ship. So we can't just launch one into space, keep an eye on it with the camera, and then hope we don't crash. Which, well, knowing my track record, I'd say is probably quite the ask. Okay. Hold on. Rear view. Did I do this right? Okay, I did. Oh, God. Okay. Our ship is damaged, but we're here. We are here. Oh, boy. And our camera is not working anymore. Okay. Oh, boy. We have... Yeah. Oh, God. That signal is just everywhere now. Wonderful. Oh, boy. So, initial observations. The clouds are very thick, so we're going to want to avoid using our rockets since, same issue as before. If our vision is obscured in the clouds, we'll technically lose sight of the planet, and it'll disappear from out from underneath us. Although it's very strange, the moon is very Giant's Deep-like, very watery, with the same type of trees and rocks and. Okay, everything's teleporting around, and it's freaking me out. Okay. So this is the shuttle that we had called back on Brittle Hollow. So I believe everything will be the same. Yes. Solanum. I am ready. Okay. So as we know, and as we can see on the map, we did enter on the South Pole. And we want to make our way up to the North Pole, which is apparently the only way we can get to the 6th location, which is almost certainly the eye of the universe. Luckily, we don't seem to be running into too many issues here. I don't even know what that is. And here is the Quantum Shrine, presumably. Although, I imagine... Okay, right. So this is very Giants Deep-like. In fact, it's even got the same giant cyclone. And the shrine is gone. Okay. We gotta... Oh my god. Okay. Let's see what's on the inside here. Pretty small. I'm guessing this is where the light switch would have been. Okay, we can just use our flashlight. Okay. So... Yeah, okay, so we seem to just have the locations of where we had learned the quantum rule. The Tower of Quantum Knowledge on Brittle Hollow, the Cave Shard, and the Tower of Quantum Trials on Giant's Deep. And is there anything else here? Doesn't look like it, but we do have a little map here. And we can see right now, sure enough, the Quantum Moon is orbiting around Giant's Deep. But we have all the other locations here. And if you remember, what we had learned at the Cave Shard is by making contact with a quantum object, we ourselves become quantum. And so we just have to find a way to cease being an observer, and we might be able to jump between the different planets. And I think I know exactly how we can do that. Oh boy, moment of truth. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, and sure enough, the moon seems to change with the... Oh, okay, here we go. Seems to change depending on what planet it's orbiting. We do have some writing here, though. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Recall the rule of the 6th location. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement. Right. And we can actually look out. Oh boy. That's just horrifying. Doesn't seem like we can make our way to the North Pole here, since we'd have to scale these ice cliffs. Again, we can't go into that atmosphere, so we're gonna have to find somewhere else. I'm thinking maybe Timber Hearth might work, since it's pretty flat if you remember the planet. It's mostly empty. Dark Bramble. I'm actually kind of nervous to look around here, but actually, no, yeah, there's some brambles here. Very freaky. Very freaky, and actually we've lost the shrine. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Oh my god, this is horrifying. We just gotta keep spinning until it comes back. There we go. Okay. As much as I would love to show you the reflections of each of the planets, I'm kind of freaked out, so if we could get to Timber Hearth... Well, okay, guess I'm showing you all of them. Cool. So here is the Ash and Ember Twin. Again... Oh, wait, hold on. We can go north here. Never mind, we don't need to go to Timber Hearth. We have Rising... Oh boy, we gotta be careful here. Rising Pillars of Ash. And sure enough, here we are. Oh, okay. Okay, we have to be very careful, because if one of these ash pillars were to just teleport onto us, we would be sucked up into the atmosphere, so it'd probably be best if we just leave. And I'd love to show you Timber Hearth before we actually go to the 6th location. There we go. So, let's see what Timber Hearth looks like. Gonna try to keep an eye on the shrine here. Ah, we can always just bring it back. Okay, so we have rivers, just trees. For such a peaceful planet, it's such a horrifying... Oh boy. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Gotta be careful with the geysers. Since, I imagine we'd face the same issue... Actually, I think I'm standing right where it's supposed to go. Yes, there we go. Okay. It is time, I believe. Time to see what's at the 6th location. Oh boy, deep breath. Here we are. Moment of truth. And the shrine is gone. Okay. So, just like the moon was a reflection of the other planets, this is the quantum moon's reflection of the eye of the universe. So, we can see something going on up there. But we can explore a bit this way. Now, there is a chance that we will run out of time. If that is the case, I'll just cut back to it, since there's probably quite a bit to explore here. Oh boy. Oh god. What is that? Okay, we have like a cloud funnel or something. I don't really want to get close to it. It's freaky. And I'm assuming that this is a feature the eye has, so... okay. This is a living Nomai. Solanum. She's alive? Who are you? What? Okay. U-stone. Right. Okay. Ah. I see. And these are... Yes, identify and explain. The ever-ingenious Nomai. So, if we put the U-stone here and put identify you, maybe she can communicate in some way. Yes. I am Solanum, a Nomai. My clan arrived in this star system before my birth, and now we call it home. Okay. Now, there's a lot of combinations here, so some of these might be kind of boring, but I'm going to try to go through everything that we can. Identify the eye of the universe. We are orbiting the eye of the universe now, although we cannot see it, only the quantum moon's reflection of it. The eye is older than the universe itself, and my clan believes it dwells in an extremely distant orbit around this star system. Okay, so we knew that. Hearing it from a Nomai themselves is kind of jarring. Quantum moon. Identify the quantum moon. This is the quantum moon, where we are both standing. Despite also orbiting other celestial bodies, the quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon. Okay. So the quantum moon is originally the moon of the eye of the universe, I guess. Interesting. Identify me. I've never met one of your kind before. It's an honor to speak with you. I particularly admire your 4 eyes. There are many questions I would ask, if I could comprehend your language. You have my gratitude for understanding mine. Whew, okay. So, although Solanum is a bit intimidating to look at, especially in her spacesuit, she is perfectly docile. But we have gone through all of the identifies, I believe, so now we can put the explain stone here and go through it all again. Explain you. I am on my first pilgrimage to the quantum moon. All Nomai in my clan make this journey when we come of age. Even though the eye cannot be reached from here, the quantum moon remains special to us as it carries us nearer to the eye than any other place we know. I've journeyed here to be close to the eye. While the eye is obscured from our sight, we can see the quantum moon's reflection of the eye in the sky above us. This? Okay. But that does unfortunately tell us one thing. We cannot access the eye from the quantum moon as we had been hoping. But, just like she says, this is the closest that we've ever gotten. Explain the eye. There is fundamental uncertainty throughout the universe. Normally, this uncertainty is only observable on a very small scale. As one approaches the eye, however, that uncertainty grows enormously. The quantum moon probably exhibits macroscopic quantum behavior because of its proximity to the eye. Shards that broke off from the quantum moon have a similar effect, as I imagine you've seen elsewhere in this star system. Conscious observation forces a quantum object to collapse to a single possibility, but what would happen if a conscious observer were to somehow enter the eye itself? Over time, this has become my clan's greatest question. And mine too, Solanum. Damn! Explain the quantum moon. Although she kind of did already. Have you encountered a quantum shard on another planet? The shards look the same as the quantum moon's surface does now, while at the eye. From this, we can reasonably infer the quantum moon's natural state is as we see it now, and that the eye is its primary location. Given the quantum moon is the eye's moon, it's likely that any characteristics the moon exhibits are also exhibited by the eye itself. The quantum moon and its shards, for instance, are quantum, thus the eye is likely also quantum. In fact, this moon is probably quantum because of its proximity to the eye, or because its proximity to the eye made it quantum, the same way the areas surrounding quantum shards that landed on other planets eventually became quantum too. Interesting. So it wasn't the quantum moon that was like the source, it was the eye. Which, I mean, makes sense. It all comes back to the eye, doesn't it? Explain me. If you can, I guess. I don't know. I imagine your purpose here is the same as mine, to learn about and to find the eye of the universe. I'm unsure how you arrived here, however. Perhaps you came from another star system, as my clan originally did? And actually, we can't keep going. The you and me stone. I hope we'll have enough time to get through all this. We do not have much connection, you and I. Still, this encounter feels special, and I hope you won't mind if I think of you as a friend. Oh, Solanum. And I can hear the music starting up. So, let's get going. Worst case scenario, I'll just come back and we can finish up everything. The eye of the universe and you. Ooh. Many in my clan have believed the eye called us for a particular reason. When I was a child, I used to believe the eye was malevolent, to have lured my clan to the star system, only to then vanish from them so completely. But I don't fear the eye anymore. In fact, it became my fondest hope to see the eye itself, someday, but I fear this may be beyond my reach. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end. That's a point that I will explain fairly soon. You and Quantum Moon. Like many of my clan before me, I journeyed here to see the quantum moon's reflection of the eye. This is the closest any of us have come to seeing the eye itself. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Okay. Right. Now, What about the moon and the eye? I hope we'll have enough time to get through this. I don't think we will, but that's okay. Ooh. I imagine you've noticed the quantum moon changes in appearance depending on which location it's currently orbiting. For instance, the moon looks quite different when orbiting Giant Steep than it was orbiting the Hourglass Twins. Because the quantum moon clearly changes in its different forms, the eye, being the moon's primary location, must be similarly malleable. From this, we can hypothesize that the eye represents extreme changeability. Looks like our time has come to an end. That's okay. Hey, we're back. I had some trouble landing. I did crash the ship, but that's okay. I'm not entirely sure where we had left off, but I'll try to cover it. Hi, Solana. Please make the rocks light up again. Thank you. I believe we had gotten her and everything. And we left off on this one, I think. Right. Here we go. Okay, I also did check the ship's log, and we do have all of the information of consequence, but I would just like to quickly see what else we have. This was the one I believe we left off on. I'll just start reading it again from the beginning. I imagine you've noticed the quantum moon changes in appearance depending on which location it's currently orbiting. For instance, this moon looks quite different when orbiting Giant Steep than when it does orbiting the Hourglass Twins. Because the quantum moon clearly changes its different forms, the eye, being the moon's primary location, must be similarly malleable. From this, we can hypothesize that the eye represents extreme changeability. That said, despite its malleable nature, the quantum moon becomes locked to one specific version of itself when it's consciously observed. But what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye? Yeah, So she does seem to be, like, repeating some stuff, but that's okay. That's mostly just because we have everything. I just want to get her opinion on everything that we can, since, I mean, coming here at all is kind of crazy. Suppose you could reach the eye of the universe. Would you try to enter it? What do you imagine the effects of a conscious observer might be? Yeah. What about this one? Is this your first time on the quantum moon? It's my first time here. If you've come here looking for answers, I hope you find them. Yeah. I believe that's everything that we can do with those stones. If I missed any, I'll just cut to me explaining them right now, or like doing it again. But we do actually also have this one. I'm not sure if this will work, but we can see if it does anything. These are the two tenets of the Nomai philosophy. To seek out and understand is our way of living. But I do believe that's everything that we can learn from Solana. And what a crazy encounter this is. To see a living Nomai. And actually, there are some implications there. Since the fact that this is possible at all is crazy. But it does make sense. And there's a reason why I went to the comet before I went to the quantum moon. But before I explain, I believe we have one more thing to do here. Whoa. Here we go. And sure enough, just as Solanum had hypothesized, she isn't entirely alive. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people get confused when they reach this point of the game. And rightfully so, might I add. The fact that any of this is possible is kind of crazy, but I'll do my best to explain it to the best of my understanding. So, we know that when a conscious observer, in this case Solanum, made contact with the quantum moon, she herself became quantum. Now this is when things kind of get difficult to understand, so if you find yourself kind of not following, that's by design. It doesn't make any sense at all. But just bear with me here. So, being quantum, Solanum was in a state of superposition. And that's not to say there were, like, 6 clones of her on each of the 6 cloned moons. No, Solanum herself, one Solanum, was in 6 different locations at the exact same time. How that would work, I have no idea. Would she be like getting different memories from different locations? Would she be seeing multiple sites? I don't know, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But then again, quantum physics is kind of mind-bending anyways. But after that, she was on the moon when the Interloper, the core of the Interloper, ruptured and flooded the entire solar system with ghost matter. And so the 5 states of her that were on in the interior solar system, that is to say all of the moon's locations save for the Eye of the Universe, were also flooded with ghost matter, killing her in all of those states. However, because the Eye of the Universe is so far away from the rest of the planets and other objects in the solar system, that state remained fine, which is why she's sort of dead. If you're familiar with Schrodinger's cat, it's kind of a similar idea, like Schrodinger's Nomai, where Solanum is both dead and alive at the same time. More specifically, she's 5/6 dead, 1/6 alive. Again, how that works, I'm not really sure, but she did seem to have somewhat of an idea, since, again, she herself said that she doesn't quite believe she's entirely alive, and well, we're looking at her body right now. And if we were to go to the other locations, we would find similar corpses laying around, which is sad. As for how we can even talk to her at all, since it's been, I think, over 200,000 years since the Nomai were killed out, is kind of up in the air, even more so than the stuff I just explained. Quantum physics, there's kind of a lot of flexibility in it, and so it's not quite much of a stretch to assume that some crazy time shenanigans are going on here, and especially around the eye, since, as she said herself, uncertainty becomes enormous, and that could extend to time as well, which is why we were able to have this chance encounter at all. But what an encounter it was, huh? To meet a living Nomai, and right after we found out what all killed them. For now, though, I do believe that that's everything we need here on the Quantum Moon. I actually do not remember where I left my ship. I think it was on the Giant's Deep one? That's usually just the easier place to land because it's, there's not many obstacles that can get in your way, aside from the big cyclone. So I will try to go back there. Moment of truth, is my ship here? Not that it really matters. I believe that we've accomplished basically everything we need for this episode. And I really hope it's been as exciting as I wanted it to be. I don't even see the prompt on my screen for where my ship is. I had completely crashed it into one of the rocks. It was like destroyed. That's okay. Since again, I believe this is a good place to end it. But I can show you what would happen if we were to have gone into the atmosphere. Well, here we are. Right around Giant's Deep. And our ship is over there, apparently. How it got out there, I have no idea. Okay, whatever. It's just flying around, I guess. But, man. What a crazy time. We know what killed the Nomai, and then immediately after we met a living Nomai. Very, very interesting. For now, though, I believe that that's all that we can do, since, well, we have no ship and we're floating around in space. I will see you back at the campfire. Okay, so we've learned a lot this episode, and we're getting very, very close to learning all that we can know about the Nomai. So stay tuned as in the next episode we'll be exploring the last place, Dark Bramble, which, oh boy, is gonna be a doozy. For now, though, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I am very excited to hear what you have to think about it. I will see you next time, and bye! I love you!